Happy Boxing Day. I hope everyone had a good holiday. If you celebrate, however it is that you do celebrate, there was certainly a few calories flying around the house here for the last 3 days between a family dinner and just our own morsels that we had yesterday. My brother was kind enough to join us, and we just had a lazy day of sitting and being full for most of it. So if you're feeling like me, it is Boxing Day. It's already Tuesday, and I feel like I need to get moving. I need to get doing things, and I wanted to talk to you. There's some buy one get one deals. There are some 20% off deals. So today, if you are following me, you're probably looking at more things, perhaps for yourself. Some ideas for your own goals, perhaps for the new year. If you're joining me today, I would love someone to let me know that you can see and hear me. I do look like I'm going live on the other end, and I have a couple of reminders. It's been kind of a crazy year with the days that the holiday has fallen, as far as a couple Mondays being out of whack with my sessions here. So normally I would speak to you about workouts and things like that, but because we have New Year's coming up as well on a Monday, I'm going to join you guys again this coming Sunday, same time, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I'm going to do a workout on my vibration plate. So if you want to kickstart the new year early, it's always a good idea to get into those habits before the new year and the pressure of the marketing and everything. So now that you've been, kind of running a marathon, getting all this Christmas festivity and the anxiety of all that is out of the way, it's time to get some focus back on you. So I mentioned I was going to talk about a couple of my faves. There's so many deals on the go right now. I'm going to put some links in the comments later on. If you have a new product, if you've gotten something recently and you have questions about it, please feel free to ask me those at the end of today's live. I do want to do a reminder about the review contest that Life Pro is running. Every 3 weeks, there's a draw of 2 winners on the Friday in Amber's Live. So if you have purchased a product and you just haven't gotten around to doing the review, if you have gotten something previously, any reviews back to the beginning of September will be authorized and entered automatically into the draw. If you register, I'll drop some links after the live has wrapped up. So if someone is here, please let me know that you see and hear me. Today it is about a couple of different deals, 50% off some items. I was contacted by a gal Christmas Eve. There was an item that she was hoping to get, and it's out of stock. So when it's 50% off, it's that time of year where inventory is turning over in warehouses tremendously. Things are shipping from point A to B. So if there's an item that you've been considering, especially some of the bigger items, if you've been looking at some of the saunas, perhaps you need to jump on the buy one get one if it's on that category, or the 50% off. I don't expect that new inventory coming in will be at 50% off. A lot of times where you see the deals this time of year is new inventory is on the way, and room is need to be made in the warehouse. So I looked at the list this morning, and there's quite a few things on 50% off. So not everything is necessarily a buy one get one. If you've been looking at accessories, something to go with your vibration plate, something maybe to go with your desk. There's lots of options that you're going to find on the buy one, get one. So on the 50% off, as far as vibration plate, the Hovert is 50% off. The Hovert is oscillating movement, pivotal, which is what I do all of my coaching sessions in. And it also offers lateral movement. If you're looking for a little bit of variety, you can mix those two movements together. It is on 50% off. The Dynaflex gun, if you're looking for a massage gun, I would put it as a mid to high end, as far as whether you're using it as a personal unit, if you're using it as a therapist. It flexes into a couple of different positions. So it's a good, very good deal at 50% off. The Flex Cycle under desk bike, if you do look, if you're stagnant and you sit all day long and you want something for the legs and you've been looking for something in that category, that's on sale. I'm going to step forward. The Aeroflex Step, You see that in most of my sessions. I'm using that for exercises, certainly, but I love using it as a mobility aid. It gives you a little more surface. It's an aerobic step that Life Pro has launched this year. And the BioCare is on sale. The BioCare is a red light torch with a little adapter. So if you've been looking at the torches to me, the smaller red light tools are more of a short, more high intensity treatment. So that pain relief on the go, you're dealing with a troublesome area that you want to treat regularly. The BioCare has an extension to treat cold sores, ulcers in the mouth, sores. I've used it on my ears. I've got some hearing issues in the family. So anywhere that you may want to apply red light, it's a good universal tool. It works like the torches, but it's got an attachment of its own. So that's a good red light add-on. Moving to my favorites, I've got a couple here. One I've talked about, everything's different to be on camera. One I've talked about in the past, one I have just started playing with over the holidays. The Aliva wraps are on 50% off. For those of you, especially in my group, my fat disorders group, that work regularly with compression but can't afford the medical grade, the Aliva wraps are light. They're very portable. You can take them with you for those of you that travel, or maybe you spend a lot of time away from the home in the office. These are a really good, more of a full leg. So they've got the feet, the calves, the knees, and the thighs. There's a heated option, and they adjust with Velcro closures. You'll kind of get your own fit, and you'll find over time you're just slipping them on and letting them do their work. There are extensions. So for those of you that are perhaps dealing with larger thighs, or you just want a looser fit, there are extensions included with these as well. The Axis are also on both the Pro and the regular as well. The Aliva Wrap and the Aliva Wrap Pro. I didn't even trip on my tongue, and I did no warming up. So those are a really good consideration. These are great. You can use them laying down. You can use them in your recliner, perhaps in the living room. It's a really good way to give those legs not only the relaxation effect, but for those of you that are dealing with lymphatic issues like lymphedema, lipedema, which many in my group do, leg pain, restless leg, you got knee issues, anything below the waist. These are a very good set it and forget it, do nothing. Awesome for warm up and recovery for my training athletes as well. I'm going to switch gears to something new that I've been playing with. Red light. Life Pro's got a little bit of it. Some of you may own some of it. This is a new product. They're always taking your feedback and launching new things because, this is what I like, but this is what I want, or this is what I need. So the Aliva Body is a new, I'm going to say, blanket that Life Pro has launched, and it incorporates infrared as well as red light therapy. So I have the Dome, which I love. I have the box sauna, which I also love. But again, every tool has its appeal and its own ideal application. So if you are lacking space, if you want, for example, let's say you've got the Dome. I love the Dome, but I can't take it on an airplane with me. This is very similar to the sleeping bag style saunas. The difference is, if you own any of Life Pro's red light products right now, this has got more of the softer Velcro-y finish. This isn't the smooth surface that you'll feel on the sauna bags. This is a little bit of a different finish. And on the inside, it is completely lined with encased plastic protective. There is your lights. So this folds up. There is a carrying bag that comes with. So if you are really lacking space, but you've been looking at, let's say, the Dome, or you've been looking at, you've been combining your infrared technologies with your red light, and you're looking for a more whole body treatment. What I love about the sleeping bag styles, I'm going to call them sleeping bags because that's how I give people the visual. This has opening at the neck, you can see here. And many of my clients, especially in my disorders group, have heat tolerance issues. So having your head out of that warmer environment in the ambient air is a really good way to tolerate heat. And for a lot of my clients that deal with, limited space issues, the box saunas, some people have enclosure issues, space issues, small spaces. I find a lot of my clients are more receptive and feel more comfortable when they've got their head out in their own four walls. So it's very light. I had it all on display, but it's much less cumbersome than setting up and taking the dome and packing it away, if that's something that you've been considering. So again, the new Aliva body, the reason I'm bringing this one up today, this falls into the 20% off category. So we've got some 20% off deals going as well. And it is the new year. Everybody's getting the mentality of the gym in their brain. And then sometimes, it's important to invest time in that self-care as well. If you're not feeling well physically, it's very easy to identify, but a lot of times we dismiss the mental health, the lack of sleep, lack of hydration, just this, all the, whether we're good at caring for ourselves regularly or not, sometimes the holidays, just bulldoze through, and we get out of those habits. And if you're dealing with chronic conditions, too much of any one thing, be it activity or the wrong food, can set you on a path where you've degressed and you're not feeling good, or perhaps pain has surfaced. Those symptoms are coming back. So if you haven't been so diligent with your self-care, these are all very ideal solutions to help you start moving and feeling better, if that's a deterrent. We all know we need to be active. We know we need to be exercising. And sometimes the new year puts a lot more pressure on that. But if you're in a chronic place where you're dealing with pain, joint issues, fatigue, sometimes being kind to yourself and just giving your body these subtle self-care tools to be the launching pad, and use them for like I say, the warm up and the recovery too. Maybe you're just going for a walk, one step at a time, but it's time to bring all of your Life Pro arsenal tools together, and make sure that you understand that self-care isn't just one thing. So don't beat yourself up for what you may or may not have done over the holidays. Get into the mindset now before the pressure of the New Year's, and invest time in yourself, whether that's 5 minutes on your vibration plate, whether you're spending some time relaxing in your blanket, your infrared sauna, your new red light. Again, these are a couple of my faves that I tend to go to. I love being lazy over the holidays, but it doesn't mean, it doesn't always mean you have to do a vibration plate workout or hit your treadmill. So if you are considering for the holidays for yourself, it's buy one, get one on many items on Life Pro's site today. It is also 50% off on many items that I mentioned earlier on. And I will see you guys on Sunday at 1 p.m. 1 p.m. my time, 3 p.m. Eastern time, noon Pacific. I'm based in the Mountain Central time zone. For those of you that are with me today, thank you for joining me. I hope you guys had a great Christmas, a good New Year's. And if you have any questions, I'm going to invite those now. Otherwise, just again, a reminder about Life Pro's review contest, which is going on right now. Every 3 weeks, 2 winners will be drawn Friday in Amber's Live. And any reviews that are submitted going back to the beginning of September 2023 will be eligible. So if you have a product and you haven't gotten to your review, just a reminder to do that. If you've gotten something recently and you're enjoying the benefits, share it while it's fresh in your mind, and let other, sometimes I find with reviews, it's not only a good way to discover, how other people feel about products, but they also reveal ways that they're using the products that maybe you hadn't thought about before. So, I love using my, Aliva wraps while I'm, watching my favorite movie, or I love doing my Aliva wrap, or pardon me, my Aliva body while I'm doing my face treatments, whether you've got a red light mask, or I like doing these kind of things while I've got a mud treatment. I do those a couple times a month. So incorporating your therapies together to ramp up those results are, sometimes we're all limited. I always say we're only limited by our imagination and our range of motion, and reviews are a good way to end. Sometimes reviews are ways we express ourselves, but it's also, like I say, a very good way that we share how we're using some of these tools. So if you haven't done that and you've got a little experience using your products, be sure to give feedback on not only why you're enjoying the product, but how you're using it. And if there's some new ideas, it's a great way also to share, of course, on the Life Pro VIP page. So you can share with other users, and just, it's a great time of year. It's not always about reinventing the wheel coming the new year. Sometimes it's just a matter of revisiting things that worked in the past that you kind of forgot about, or you tried something new, or maybe you need to try something new. Sometimes the routine just gets a little routine. So it's not always about reinventing the wheel. It's about being consistent and doing these therapies, these activities regularly. So if there are no questions, I'm going to wish you guys an awesome Boxing Day. Again, buy one, get one on many items on Life Pro's site direct. If you are in Canada or the US, you can access any of these deals. Many of these products are also on Amazon. You're going to have to compare on that end just to see if there's better deals. But again, if you've been considering something, it's getting down to the 50% off range. I would act upon that now. There's, if it does go out of stock, many of these items, of course, there's new inventory on the way, and I wouldn't expect the same deals. Many items are also 20% off. As I mentioned, a couple of my faves I wanted to show you today on the lazier side. I will see you guys on Sunday for a workout, as I mentioned, and I wish you all a great rest of your week. It's going to be a short one. So have a great Boxing Day, guys, and thank you very much for joining me today. Have a great end to 2020.